Wow, what's up out there in that world of web and intertwined craziness? It's your boy Tommy again, aka Tommy Tiny Farm, aka Tommy Chevy Vans. Let me tell you something. I run up on something today when I was tinkering around an old Goldie here. You know, sometimes you gotta get your mind racing and try to come up with solutions. And we're all in the van world are always talking about, well, a lot of us are talking about a divider curtain here. But let me tell you something. I want to bring something to attention to see if it makes sense to you, okay? Hang on 1 second. All right, I'm just going to try to get up right here. We're in Goldie project. We got here we go. All right, the bulkhead above the cab. This is a lot of good stuff behind here, guys. A lot of people don't know it, but a lot of these older vans had those old style TVs in here. And there's a lot of storage. I was going to take this apart and reinforce it where I could use the storage and mount a TV. Then I got to thinking, wait a minute, let me turn this camera around here. Hey, you know what? Here, look at that. You see that? They were covered with these little tabs like this, okay? I went to pop that off. You can put something flat edged in there and that'll come out. But it had snaps. 1, 2, 3. 3 snaps. So when we're trying to divide our curtain or come up with this crazy technical way of how to hang it up, I'm a big fan of magnets if any way possible. But there's actually snaps already pre-made there. So even after I make these modifications to this bulkhead, my TV, my storage, I'm going to try to use those tabs to hang up my divider curtain between my blackout curtain, front and back. Okay. Well, I got you back here. This is the wheelchair lift. I need somebody who can come help me get this out. I'm in the North Alabama area. Any of you van life people who need a wheelchair lift or know somebody, because I don't have the best mobility. I used to have to use that. I'm better now, getting better. But I don't want to see it go to waste. It's me standing up in the van. I have to bend my head just a little bit. I'm like 5'10" and a half, 5'11", somewhere around there. Might be stretching a little bit. But on this side, we have more storage. Little cubby here. But what you don't think about is how much wasted space, okay? That's beautiful, and I kind of like it that way. And remember, you got snaps under here where you can hang stuff from if you think outside the box. But behind that bulkhead is a lot more extra space. You have to keep that in mind. What I'm thinking about is putting it on a hinge system where I can keep it like it is where it looks, but it'll also fold up and I can access, because if you look in here, it stops here and it stops here. Just a little small space. So you have all this wasted space right here on each side, above and beneath, that ain't being used. Think about that. Another thing, this is beautiful. Got our lights through here. Hang on that. Anyway, let's go to this side. The lighting's horrible. Is it gonna be any better? On each side, you've got these bulkheads that run through. It's got lights. If you look, there's a gap there. See that right there? This can come off, and you can actually mount cabinets. Some people like to mount cabinets. I don't like to take up a whole lot. I like an open floor plan feel, okay? That's how I want to try to do this van. I don't want it to feel closed off. I want it to feel airy, open space, unique. I'm an artist. I make these funny videos. I do a lot of sketch art. I like to be different. I want to stick out. I don't want to be the crayon that's just blends in with everything. I want, after you meet me, to know who I am and remember me for the rest of your life. But I'm definitely going to do something here. It's a good place to attach your LED lights right along that seam here, that you can hide them and create a light. You can also cut right in here. Now you want to make sure you ain't got any wires back there. I don't want you hacking your wires up. But you can come in here and actually open this up and gain access to the inside, which would be the perfect highway to run all your wires, lights, or anything you might need along the top. everything I'd put up there, I'm pretty much going to keep 12 volt. And make sure you get on YouTube and figure out how to do it right. There's plenty of wonderful people to teach you the right way of doing it. Also, keep in mind there's a lot of things you could use. Like, for example, hang on. I call it octopus. This is a phone mount. My daughter brought it home from me, found it somewhere at a yard sale. I'm sure you could probably find these. These type of items that stick to windows for holding your phones and stuff. Because a lot of times, a lot of us people out here, that when we go camping or the van lifers, we pretty much do everything on our phone. Exactly what I'm doing with this video. Now, if I was to take this right here and I stick it right on this glass beside me, one-handed, see if we can pull this off, and then I take my phone and slide in there, then automatically I'm hands-free. Now, that right there can be used in multiple different ways. So just think outside the box. That's the main thing of this video. I want you to think outside the box. Be creative. You're doing something awesome in this journey. I'm doing something awesome in my journey with Goaty Han, aka Goaty, my van, is to make it shine and reflect who I am and my creativity. You know what I'm saying. You have an opportunity to let the world see how you may be, or how classy you are. And hey, we may not all be able to go out and buy $1 million home and have all this kind of stuff, but most of us can figure out how to make a small space like this look really amazing. And that's my plan. I'm wanting to go with a very artistic style, very cabin-like vibe, very manly vibe, because it's going to be my home on wheels, and I want it to reflect that. And keep in mind, don't forget about this. Like this right here, this old lot right here, this is old school, dude. This is 1999, okay? When I looked up how much it would be to replace this, because I was like, that's cool, but then I thought, well, maybe I should go more modern. That light's not cheap, folks. Not cheap at all. Matter of fact, I could probably sell that light and the light beside it and buy enough lights to redo a lot inside the van. But I like that old retro, old vibe, the 90s. The 90s was a good year, folks. It was awesome. The 80s was even better. Oh, man. So that's the reason I chose this model van, because I want to be able to, our childhood, the good times, the good memories, jumping in the van with the parents, your grandparents, whatever it may be, going to Disney World or going on a vacation or that's what it is. If you do it right and you're living out there in van life, every day could kind of be a vacation. You can manifest what you want. Okay. I was trapped in the house for a long time medically because of physical restrictions, and I got in some prayer and I started watching my diet, think about what I was taking into my body. And you know what comes into your body reflects on what comes out of your body, or what your body can do. So that's just part of my journey too. I hope you enjoy this video. Y'all have a blessed day. Yee. You're a buddy, Tommy Chevy's van, aka Tommy Tiny Farm.